Welcome to another episode of Spill in the Ville with your host, Terrence Jennings, and our co-host slash producer, Big Balake Macaulay in the building. What's going on, Blake?
Man, if I had $1 for every time I was called that during, especially roll call during school, Balake, are you here? Yes, I'm here. It's funny the first probably, I don't know, 2 months
Man,
when that skit came out. And then after that, dude, I heard that up until today, anytime roll call in college, anything. Balake? Yep, I'm here.
Balake.
I'm here.
I ain't gonna lie. If anybody know that reference, that's Kid Peele right there, man. That was a classic skit. I believe it was only like 2 or 3 minutes, but hey, that
It
two or
lived on
three minutes
forever.
is hilarious. Okay, so hey, man, you got one of those names, man. It's gonna be legendary, and I'm sorry, that's gonna be funny for forever, bro. It's just always
Oh,
gonna
yeah. It's
be
getting to the
funny.
point now where these kids, they have no idea what. It's like, what? Huh? What? And it's like everybody around, like anybody under the age of I guess anybody over the age of probably 15 know what it's about, and then anybody below that's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, they're just like super confused. But yeah, man, let the people know what we got going on. Blake, man, it's spilling the veal. We got a lot of huge things coming up. So let the people know what we got coming up, man.
We appreciate everybody for joining us on our 51st episode, our last 1 year episode, 50th. We had Rain Smith join us, Shane Bohannon join us. You guys can go back and look at those conversations individually. We've uploaded those, as well as the conversation with Alvin Sims we had a few weeks ago, kind of talking about the Cincinnati matchup back in 1997. So it was great to have both of those on for our 50th episode overall. And I mean, we've been going a year strong now. So here we go.
Yeah, shout out all those guys that came through and showed us support. Yeah, I mean, 50 we'll be at 52 next week. I mean, it's a long time coming, but we still got a lot of work to do, a lot of building that we're doing. But yeah, man, shout out everybody that's been showing support for the show. And yeah, for sure. Let's keep it going.
I did lie when I said that our next episode would be from Shoot 360 Louisville. Obviously, this isn't Shoot 360 Louisville. That'll be episode 52. Just because of the timing and everything, it was easier for us to get in here, get this posted before that event, because we'll be there, probably be there quite a bit tonight. It should be a pretty good event, but we'll just put this out here right now. Terrence, we're not political people. We're not a political podcast, but we're kind of taking this way to show that I mean, it's basically basketball over politics, because there's so
Mhm,
many walks of life that have been through a locker room. Like in this
mhm,
event, you're going to have BJ Flynn, Stephen Van
mhm,
Treese. I mean, me from Indiana, and then you've got you and Luke and Peyton from the West Coast. It's like all these different walks of life will be coming into this event, and it's just showing like, yeah, you can believe whatever you want to believe, but if you've
mhm.
been in the locker room and everything, you know that everybody's brothers here. It's not, you're not looking at politics as a big main thing. It's like at the end of the day, we're all brothers. And so I think this is going to be a great event just to show that no matter who you are, everybody can come together and celebrate.
Nah, for sure. Like Blake said, by all means, we're not a political podcast, but we want to show support to our Louisville legends. We always talk about life after basketball. You know, what are we going to do after basketball? Where are we going to find that passion that we're looking for? And it's always a blessing to see guys that, I didn't get a chance to play with Luke, but I'm very familiar with him and his history and his long history as far as that's embedded here in the city of Louisville, coming all the way from the West Coast. So his father breaking that color barrier. So I'm going to show support whenever I can, and it's gonna be good. Like Blake says, always basketball before politics, but for sure, we're gonna show support to our Louisville legends, and hey, shout out Luke, man. He's doing big stuff. He's a great man, and I believe his intention is definitely to make a change and to make some things happen for the good, for sure. So I'm always gonna support that.
Most definitely. Well, we'll get into our episode for today to kick everything off. We're going to start with the Cardinal Flyover presented by Derek A. Stewart. Number one, for those that didn't catch the debut of the segment in our 50th episode, this is where we're taking like the top 3 news events surrounding the University of Louisville. It could be an alumni has a big game, anything surrounding the University of Louisville, we're going to highlight the top 3 news cycles between now and our next release of our next episode. So number 1, we talked about it with Shane quite a bit when we had him on, all the 2K talk, but it's official now. Mikel Brown Jr., Tajiana Roberts are now in NBA 2K26. As on my side, I'm a little bit mad because it's my player only. Nobody on God's green earth plays 2K for my team anymore. I'm sorry, especially if it's going to be the college only for a game that we've been waiting since. Terrence, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you were on the last game that came out for college basketball.
Yes, I was, man. I was on that, and I only had my number and my attributes. Didn't have any type of name or anything. They kind of got my fade right a little bit, but hey, every chance I get, if hey, I knew that was me. I know who Edgar was. I know who this person was. I know who Jerry was. I know who I am. Okay, so I want to play with me. Sub, Samardo, sub him out. Terrence coming in 23. And then I
Fatigue
just
off.
fatigue off.
Fatigue off, Samardo. You're not seeing the floor today. Sorry.
Samardo, you my brother, man. I love you, but you was not playing this game. This is all me. This the only time I get to play the whole game. So I'm out here. But yeah, man. Hey, 2K. Funny thing about 2K, man, I played the first 2K on Dreamcast, the very first 2K ever made. It is 2000. So we're at this is 2K 2026.
Yep.
So I played the first 2K, NFL 2K, then I played NBA 2K, and it was on a Dreamcast game system. Y'all Google what a Dreamcast is. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Hey, this is when graphics started getting good for us gamers in our game. This is before online competitive play where you had to play with people that were physically there in the room with you. Okay, it wasn't no connect to the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi, and all that. Hey, you got to be right there, or you gonna just play it first person. Just gonna play by yourself against the computer. So, hey, man, shout out 2K. It's come a long way, and a shout out to them. They are well deserving of this opportunity, and they look good on there too. They got the graphics right. They got everything done, man. Mikel looking like Mikel, and that's how it goes, man. So I can't wait to get out there and beat some people up online or something and kick some butt out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they better not have took, which I have a feeling later in the season because it's like season based. I think this is like season 5 of 2K where they added all these updates, and it's my team only right now. But I don't think there's any way you go to these different colleges and scan like Pat Kelsey in the game, Javon Hadley, Case and Pryor, and not have them in the actual game. So I have a feeling it better be down the road how you can play
Mhm.
as different WNBA teams and classic
Yeah,
teams. Add
yeah,
these college teams that you have scanned in there and everybody wants to play with and put
yeah,
them in the game because that is going to go insane. I don't think you understand how long people have been waiting to play on the KFC Yum Center floor virtually with their favorite players at the
yeah,
university.
yeah. That's got to be clutch right there, man. Because it's a lot of people. A lot of people play the game differently. Some people go straight story mode. Man, a lot of people. Even you told me. I think you said something like, "I go on 2K. I play like pro." What'd you say?
Oh, I'm the weirdo that plays like my GM and my
Like,
era. Yeah.
I was like, "Bruh, what is my GM, bruh?" But everybody really explores different I want to be the president. Or I might want to be the coach. It's like you have different experiences with these games. And I think I'm always thinking from my perspective, I'm like either my player or I'm going online online to play 5-on-5 with real teams. My player, 5-on-5 direct Rex or park. That's it. I don't know nothing else. My GM, my president, my mayor, none of that. Hey, it's just straight. Let's compete. But shout out everybody shout out 2K. They're just figuring it out. They're just figuring out how to incorporate and make the game expand and be more fun. There's so many avenues. Like if you take GTA for example, there's so many things that you can go in it. So many nuances in and out of these of a lot of these games that are that are on these systems. So you want to have every base covered and giving people the most opportunity and the best gaming experience to play with some of their favorite players. So that's good.
Shoot, all I know is when the new college football game came out, it felt so good to hold that college football playoff trophy over Jeff Brom's head, the University of Louisville for the first time. So that's what I'm saying. Get on this
Yeah,
college stuff in 2K because we won't hit on it too much. But if we
yeah.
keep having some losses like that, I need to get in that video game and I need to just
It
turn up the emotions real quick.
Yeah, we gonna get you out there, man. We gonna get you out there with we got Blake, Key and Peel, man. Balake, pass me the ball, Balake. But nah, man. Hey,
Getting into number 2 of the Cardinal flyover, we're going to touch on Jordan Wara winning the Serbian Cup over in Serbia for Savina Zvezda. That's the same team, or I believe the rival of Red Star that Larry O'Bannon was talking about at his time in Serbia. And
mm,
I was able to catch some of the celebration of Jordan Wara and them winning the Serbian Cup, and that atmosphere was insane. And you could tell how much that meant to those guys. So, yeah, balling in Serbia, how he talked about Jokic, like he felt that.
yeah.
Man, I can't wait if we ever get to talk to Jordan Wara, getting to play at the highest level over there, just like Larry, and winning the Serbian Cup over there. It'd be really
Mm.
cool to kind of catch his perspective on
Yeah, man. Serbia, it's a cold place, man, for sure, man. Hey, they dealing with snow. We be talking about our snow, man. Hey, they dealing with some of that snow out there. But I shout out him to win MVP in any league is amazing. That means you're totally focused and you're out there, doing your job, doing what they pay you to do, and that's great. That's really great for him. I'm not too familiar with him, but like I said, he's a MVP Serbia. I'm familiar with the Serbian league. It's a very tough league, a lot of great competition. So, hey, top league MVP, very good on the resume. It's gonna help you progressing forward as far as on your career. And yeah, they love to see that type of stuff. Anytime you go to any one of these leagues, people say overseas, hey, you go over there and you get accolades. That builds your stock, that builds your brand, and that allows you to make more money or make more coin. So you just want to make sure you're locked in for sure.
Yeah, I think Wara he's a couple year he was actually I think he was in Rick Pitino's last class, and
Okay.
then he didn't get to play for Pitino. It was the year that Pitino, uh, ended up leaving, and I believe it was David Paget was his coach, and that was kinda where he kicked everything off. Unbelievable shooter,
Yeah.
unbelievable. I believe he had 37 points.
Mm,
I think he left after his junior year, which was COVID. My
mm,
freshman year of college, we got up to number 1 in the country, and I know that was a team that a lot of Louisville fans were looking at, like, because March Madness got canceled that year, and we're
yeah.
like, "Man, we're looking forward to this year because those guys we played Michigan at the Yum Center, beat Michigan, and
Uh,
it was just that team. We had a big guy, Steven Enoch, who we might talk about it a little bit later, but I think he might be the last center offensive wise that we've had that can just say, "Here, take this ball, go score with it
mm,
down on the post." And
mhm.
we it was just a complete team, young guys like David Johnson. So Wara, I know there was a little bit of talk about him on the TBT team last year, and just the timing wasn't working out. But
Yeah,
I think if we can get this guy on the TBT team this year, boy,
yeah.
he's going to be one of the top players in that entire league for sure.
For sure, man. Shout out to him. Just keep working on your game, young fella. Keep killing, stay focused and locked in. And let's bring in another MVP. This type of stuff as a real hooper, this is regular. I'm pretty sure he'll say this is what I do. This is what I expected. So it's probably no surprise to him. Uh yeah, and I'm hey, that's exciting. I'm excited for him and keep it going. Let's go TBT, bring it back home, and let's win this money. You know, and I might be on the side like, hey, spending a little something. No, I was talking, but hey, man, love, man, for sure, appreciate
Yeah,
that.
last thing on him, he just seems like a guy because he was a second round pick to the Bucks, and I mean, when you go to the Bucks, you're playing behind Giannis. That was the prime Bucks year, so he didn't really get like he would play
Uh,
probably 10 minutes, score 8 points. He'd go in there, hit 2 threes in 6 minutes, and then he gets traded to the Pacers when they're starting to win, like last year and the year
mm,
before that when the Pacers are really trying to pick up and go. It's like He just
Mhm.
kinda got phased out behind Obi Toppin and Matherin, all those guys, so
Yeah,
hopefully he can get another chance because that guy is an unbelievable player. But
yeah.
we'll wrap up and we'll get into number 3 of the Cardinal flyover. We'll kinda keep going on the baseball side. They've now won 3 straight since our last episode. They beat Central Michigan 9-8, then beat them 16-2. That's a fun offensive game to watch right there if you're a Louisville fan. And then they also beat, the episode we were talking about on the 50th. They ended up beating Eastern Kentucky 6-5. They've got their last game against Central Michigan today at 1 o'clock at Jim Patterson Stadium. But you were talking about you like home runs. Tage Davis, our first baseman, designated hitter, he's hit 5 home runs in 10 games. So
Ooh.
he set the freshman record last year with 15. So he is on his way to hitting way over 15 this year. I mean, hopefully he can keep that streak up because he's Tage Davis. He's Tank Davis.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, shout out him. I know this man now. He's the tank. He's knocking him out the park. Like I said, I love to watch home runs. I love home. That's my favorite part of baseball. And let's go. Let's keep this streak. Let's keep this streak going. I mean, shoot, I want to see 10. I want to see 20 home runs. I just love to see. Uh, I love to see guys that hone in on their craft. Shout out to Tank Davis, man. Like I said, I love watching the home runs. Hey, 10 games straight, five home runs in 10 games. I mean, setting records out here. Let's just keep it going, man. So shout out to him.
With over 300 homes sold in the last 5 years, Derek A. Stewart is a trusted expert. Whether you're buying or selling, Derek gets results.
Guys, we gotta take a look at this bathroom.
Oh man, I definitely gotta check this.
Look, Blake, even TJ can fit in the shower.
Big shower for a big guy.
Contact him today and experience the difference.
Okay, Derek, I love everything that I've seen so far. There's only one thing that's missing. Where's the basketball goal at?
Come on, TJ. You know I'll take care of you.
Derek, I think you just need to stick to selling houses.
Big wins equals big moves.
If you're looking to buy or sell in Louisville, you already know.
When you're ready to buy or sell, you know the person to call. Derek A. Stewart. Derek Sells Louisville.
All right, let's get into this Clemson recap. It was back-to-back losses. It was a pretty ugly watch. I'll just say that. We ended up losing 80-75, made a late run, but just what were your overall thoughts on this game?
Man, considering how bad we did play, we're pretty much in the game. It was a close game for the most part. I felt like we had ample opportunity to take the game from them. I think we really just struggled inside. Our inside presence wasn't quite there. The RJ Godfrey kid, I think he gave us problems, just as far as inside. I mean, we need to get better play from our frontline guys. I feel like our guards, Mikel, he struggled a little bit, but I feel like even with Ryan out there and even Isaac, we got to get Isaac out there going. But I think our guard play is fine. It's just we have to get more production from elsewhere, from our bigs, from the Alis, from the Sonny. Sonny had he had a better game. He was more physical, and it seemed like he was more active this game. But we're gonna have to be able to lean on him when other guys don't have it going, i.e., the Mikels or the Isaac. Isaac had 6 points, Mikel had 5 points. You know, uh, I mean, they've been playing all year. They're struggling this game. Okay, that's fine. It happens. But we need bigger production from those other guys. We got bigger production from Adrian Willie. Shout out Adrian Willie. He really
He
stepped
made
it
a
up.
big late second half run. I mean, a lot of those points were late, but he was single-handedly putting us back in that game.
He kept it. I feel like he kept us in the game from his play being more aggressive, and we're going to need that from him. But just because he's going, I mean, there's going to be times when other guys have it going, but you have to impact the game in other areas. You can't just say I'm going to be a scorer. So if you're not, your shot's not falling, you're not able to do the things that you're normally able to do. I mean, there's no reason why Isaac, okay, he has 6 points, why he doesn't have 3 or 4 assists. Mikel, 10 assists. Okay, I can't score today, but I can distribute the ball. You know, Ali played 15 minutes. He had 1 point, 1 rebound, no assists. I mean, and he's a passer. Kobe, 12 minutes, 0 points. So we're gonna have to get bigger. Even Kanai. Kanai, he's our energy guy. He brought no energy. There's no energy this game. The person that I saw had the most heart and the most fight was Big Zoo. Big Zoo came out there, he's screaming, he's rebounding, he's setting hard screens. He had 4 points, 18 minutes, but he shot 2 for 2 from the field. He isn't the most talented, physically gifted, but he works the hardest. He's intense, he's passionate, he cares. He's always having expression, he's trying to get the guys going. So I think we just have to, as a team, look in the mirror and figure out how we're going to change this around, especially heading into March, because this is a time where I feel like we're supposed to be getting better. I feel like we're supposed to just kind of be into our flow and our rhythm. But to me, it just seems like we might be taking a step back and regressing a little bit. So we're gonna have, you're gonna have to pull your guys to the side, look yourself in the mirror, and figure out, okay, who do I want to be remembered as a Cardinal? When people think about this team, are they gonna be like, man, I can't wait to get that team back or get a team like that? Or are they gonna be like, all right, on to the next? So you gotta kind of figure out where you want to be placed at in history. And a lot of these guys, they'll go on to be successful, have great careers. But we're talking about here and now and what we're doing here and now, and we have to win. So winning only helps you for the future. So I mean, we'll go back to the film. We'll kind of see what we need to work on. But I mean, I felt like we had a chance. We were right into the game until like one point in the game where I felt like we just kind of gave it up. But we were right there. So it happens.
You could tell Mikel's back. I mean, he injured it in the North Carolina game, and he was just not moving
Mm,
normal at all. And then there was late in the second half where he kind of things looked to seeming really go down. I think the plays actually in are ugly. It seemed like
mm,
everything was going downhill. There's like a 6 point swing in 30 seconds. And I don't
mm,
think he hit the floor after that. He just
mm,
sat on the exercise bike. And Adrian really, I mean, he got everything going to get us down to that 5 point
mm,
loss. He was just hitting some ridiculous shots late. But I mean, I'm not saying right now I we'll have like an end of season reflection episode, but one
mm,
thing that's just been I've watched a lot of people have seen throughout this season is like I'm not saying anybody should ever lose a job, anything. Create more spots to add more people onto this staff, if anything.
mm.
Like
Okay.
nobody should lose a job. I'm not saying fire people,
Yeah.
but if you looked at I believe it was between your freshman and sophomore year, Patino had a lot of stuff going on. Like he needed an older, which Patino was an older coach at the time. He
Yeah.
needed an older coach that he could lean on for just X's and O's, recruiting wise, just somebody
Yeah.
to bounce ideas off. And he came and got Ralph Willard, which he
Mhm.
was an older, experienced guy. I think he coached at Holy Cross. So he was
And
able to get that.
shout out Ralph Willard, man. A wonderful man. Smooth, even keel, great X's and O's guy. Give it to you straight, cut and dry. He didn't try to beat around the bush. He'll tell you straight what it is. But the difference between him and Coach P, he was a little bit more understanding than Coach P. Coach P is just like Ralph Willard. He was a real calm, collective guy. I love Ralph Willard, man. But man, shout out to him, man. Wonderful guy, wonderful coach.
And so that's what I'm saying. I mean, there's no discredit to everybody on that staff to be a coach at the University of Louisville. Like you've got to do something. But if you look at that bench, I mean, I don't think there's anybody. Pat Kelsey might be the oldest person on that bench at like 50. And I
Mhm,
just think like if you were to have an older pair of eyes like Ralph
mhm,
Willard was with Rick
mhm,
Pitino, and I'm just throwing this name out there, not sure.
mhm,
I know he's connected to the Louisville area. I'm
mhm.
not sure if he'd show interest, how Pat Kelsey and him would work together. But Rick
Yeah.
Stansberry, who is at Western Kentucky, like he's an older coach, respected people fear him. If you're a coach, you don't want to see that guy walking into a guy that you're recruiting. You don't want to see him recruiting that same guy because he was
Yeah.
able to get people like Charles Bassey, who's a top 10 player in the country, to Western Kentucky down in
Right.
Bowling Green. So this
Right.
guy, I think who was winning at Mississippi State when he was there. So he was at Memphis and then left with Penny Hardaway. This season is his first year not there, and you can kind of see how the walls have fallen at Memphis. So I think if we were able to get one just older guy on that bench to just lean a little bit more on.
You know, you got to have older guys that maybe have been there or just understand the game and know how to approach. Because everybody's personality and how they attack the game is differently, how they approach the game. So you just got to get somebody in there that's respected first off, somebody that the guys respect and that is proven also, and that's coming in with just a new scope and just a new set of eyes that's attentive, knows what's going on in the program, and just bringing a different outlook on what they're doing. Because but I don't, me personally, I don't like to get into what coaches need to do and all that. That's what they need to figure out. I'm not a part of the staff. I'm looking at the players. I'm looking at body language. I'm looking at how hard everybody's playing. This is what we got. All right. We don't have no time to make no sense. We in March now. Whatever it is, what we were supposed to do, we should have did it before we got to the season. We can start preparing that for next season. But right now, we need to win, and we need to figure out what can we do to turn this thing around and to make great progress moving forward when it comes into this next upcoming month. So
We'll get into this episode's good, bad, and ugly. We've got 3 good, 4 bad, and 2 ugly. So we'll go ahead and dive into these.
Just wanted to take a second and give a big shout out to Bestway, home of the low price guarantee or it's free, where you can get all your home furnishing needs on a deal. They have everything from smart refrigerators, washer dryer sets, 86-inch TVs, PS5s, Xboxes, all the way to reclining living room suites and bedroom suites. Bestway offers so many ways to pay, from retail to rent to own and even financing through Lendmark. With 2 locations in Indiana, 1 in New Albany and 1 in Jeffersonville, and 5 locations in Kentucky: Radcliffe, Dixie Highway, Hikes Lane, Shelbyville, and Shepherdsville. Stop by today and tell them that we sent you to get $100 off your new item. Now let's get back to the show.
okay. So great screen by Ryan, pops out, dribble handoff. So we do a lot of this dribble handoff action, and it works out good for us. Especially we have great shooters like Ryan and Isaac coming off and ready to just pull up. So this is great patience right now. Get to the handoff. Great. And we're drawing double teams. We're just getting those guys to commit so we can get a wide open shot. And like I said, Ryan, he just needs a little bit of space to get his shot off. And this is really great offense and patience.
Number 2. We'll stop it right here too. I haven't seen Sananda's entire Germany career, but find me a screen that he sets harder in his life, not this first one.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, big fella. That's how you set a screen. Okay. But look at that. Look at that. That's how you got it. That's how you got to set a screen. But I bet you he won't run through that screen again. And that was just a crazy finish by Javon. But this is great timing. This is great timing and execution. Great time and execution, but most importantly, the screening by Sonny right here. Great pass. That was a wonderful pass falling down by Mikel. Yeah, he just threw it in it. That was a really nice pass. And then a great finish by Javon.
Loves that scoop with the right.
Yeah. I like to see him get to his left a little bit more, get more confidence using his left, but I'm not mad at it. Long as he finishes, it's fine. Look at that pass by Mikel. Look at that pass. Wow. Great pass. Great patience. no double team comes, just finishes. And this is great timing and execution by our offense. And wonderful job setting those screens, making contact by Sonny. And then this is the type of results you get. Hey, you want to get your shooters open and you just want to get those guys in a scramble, to where they have to get to a position where they have to at least rethink some things. Okay. You want to make sure they're not comfortable. Keep everybody uncomfortable, especially when we're running our offense.
Get into our last of the good.
Okay, so our handoffs this is a great screen and roll into the defender by Sonny, and that gives Woodley a free, wide open lane to the basket. And this is all I've been saying, with Sonny, just setting a hard screen, rolling your body into the guy, sealing off that man, and then we get buckets. This is all day. You just got to make sure we have to just do a good job screening without fouling. That's our main thing. We need to screen without fouling and getting called for offensive fouls and illegal screens. But you get up there, sprint up there hard, set your feet, make contact, and roll out of there as quick as possible. You don't want to just get hung up. You want to bam, hit, and then go. It's a timing thing. It's not like, oh, we just up here lollygagging. Okay, now if that guy wants to snake a little bit, then you can kind of roll. But you want to hit, then roll immediately. And by then, once that guard crosses your shoulder plane, something should be happening by then. Either they're scoring, passing it to the wing, corner, or hitting you for the alley-oop. Okay. So it's a lot of different options. You just got to be ready for it.
All right, we'll get into our first of the bad.
Okay. So it's an out of bounds play. Let's see. So I don't think we do a good job. I think we can switch that. I think that's just a simple. So he's kind of, studying, just helping, but not fully committing. So with this, I would say we need to just commit. Because we have two players guarding one person, but Mikel is out of position, so he's behind. He's behind the player, so he's already done. So it would just make sense to uh Kanai. He came over and stunted and helped just like he was supposed to, but Mikel has to get on his good foot. He has to sprint back to a man. He's jog on this screen, bam. He's jogging, and then they score. But he runs back to his man. So communication. Hey, switch. I got him. Get back. You got to sprint there. Kanai hold him up for a minute, but Kanai did as long as he could, and he's still not back. It's nothing he can do. He has to stay attached to the shooter. I would rather us give up a 2 than a 3. So Kanai did fine. Michael just has to sprint back, or Javon has to communicate with him to say, hey, take him, because all Michael did was just jog back to his man, but Javon is still there. But the reason Javon is still there is because Michael isn't back yet. So it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So communication and sprinting, and none of this happens.
Get into number 2. We'll keep on that zone talk. We talked about 2-3 last week. We're in a 1-3-1 right here, and I guess it's
Okay. So we're doing a 1-3-1, which is new. I haven't seen too many 1-3-1s, but you just got to be careful with the corner on these 1-3-1s. But that was a deep shot, and so when we're guarding shooters, we never want to challenge. We never want to challenge with our hands down, Never want to challenge with our hands down, and we want to sprint out there. Look how far Kanai is. Okay, now maybe he's worried about the corner, which makes sense. But if that would have to, he has to get a hand up. Has to get a hand up on the shooter. Can't give a guy like that an open look, especially if he's pulling it from this deep. He has a lot of confidence that he can make this. So you got to make sure that you're up on that, and you're not you making it uncomfortable. And honestly, this looks like an uncomfortable defense for us. It looks like we're here, but we don't. fully committed to playing this way.
It seems like we'll jump into 1-3-1 like a couple like out of this looks like it's out of the under 8 timeout. Like if it's under a timeout or something, it seems like we'll change that. It's just a different look, but more times than not, we just go right back to man.
And yeah, I would say Zub needs once they see that guy in the corner, freeze it, stop. So we already have so Zub would probably he would be going out a little bit if it goes to the corner. He would have to get to that corner, and Mikel would have to drop down and guard his. But he would essentially guarding the big for momentarily. So, hey, I mean, but you're not giving. You're trying. The thing with this, you just don't want to give up a three. And like I said, the quickest way to kill any type of zone, 2-3, 1-3, shoot that three. You know, if you can hit those threes, hey, that'll bust that zone wide open. So pause. But yeah, you have to make sure that you're all on the string and we're communicating. This is just all straight communication. But at the end of the day, Kanai has to get out there, get his hands up quicker, and challenge that. That was basically like a kind of a lazy closeout. He didn't have any type of urgency. Like he didn't even think he was going to shoot it, let alone make it. So, hey, you got to be ready for anything. Defensive stance and pressure, man, make it uncomfortable. These guys are just able to throw the ball carelessly across the court without any type of resistance. Any type of resistance. So if I'm able to just throw the ball across the court without any type of resistance, what you think is going to happen when I'm shooting the ball? You know, this is what I do. I'd rather shoot the ball than pass it. So you got to make it uncomfortable for these guys. Force them to make. We want to make guys make tough shots on us. We want guys to make hard, difficult shots to where you have to look at coach and say, "Hey, man, I did the best I could." So we'll go back to the film and we'll look that over.
All right, we'll get into our final of the bad.
Okay. So we have great. It was a good post up by Sonny. He's playing physical. Mikel just looks like he gets caught up right here. I say he it's a tough kid, man. He's been playing hard, but he's fighting the back injuries, a lot of stuff going on. So and those things happen, as a team, we just have to be ready to pick up when our main guy is going down, when he's he's not not operating at 100%. Got to be there to pick up the slack.
And Javon, I mean, he missed his first couple, and they were just. I mean, a couple weeks ago, 2 games ago, he's shooting that.
Javon, you have to shoot this three, brother. You have to let this go. You've been shooting the ball well. So what? You miss a couple, you're gonna make one eventually, and at least keeps the defense honest. Okay, if you miss a couple, at least they know that you're gonna take it, and they're gonna get out on you for a challenge. Then you up fake, then make your move. Okay, but you gotta keep shooting the ball. You're way much more of an asset to us when you're shooting that three and you're spreading the floor. When you penetrate and try to post up with all of our other post players, it just clogs everything up. Okay. Hey, I don't see you as a post player, big guy. However you see yourself, that's fine. But I love when you're shooting a three. You've been shooting the ball exceptionally well the past few games. Keep going right into that. Let's not regress back into the posting, scoopty lefty layup, scoopty right layups on the other side. Keep knocking down those corner threes, and we love to see it, man. So, hey, shout out Javon. I love your game. I love what you're doing. I just want to see you knocking down those threes, man. But you definitely had a great game, kept us in there a long time.
What's gonna suck is he's 6'6", 215, 220. I mean, he's got the most post moves out of anybody on our team.
I mean, at least he's willing to make a move in the post. So, hey, look, this is all I can say, man. Hey, I love my guys, man. But it seems like we got a lot of reverse action. We got the guards want to post up, and then we got the big man, they want to shoot threes. Okay, if we can reverse everything, because Ali, he's our best passer, but he's the big man. And we got this guy over here. This guy, Javon, is a good shooter, but he want to post up. And it's a lot of stuff going on, but we just need to get everybody in their natural positions. For sure,
All
man.
right, let's get into these uglies.
Yeah, man. I think Kobe maybe thought somebody else touched the ball. Maybe they touched the ball. Because let me look at him and see if he can see what's going on.
Oh yeah, he definitely thought somebody else
Okay,
touched it.
so yeah, if he thought somebody else touched the ball, then because you can't really tell, Yeah, you can't really tell. He's just kind of looking as he's seen somebody swipe over, and yeah. So, but when in doubt, just go for the ball. Hustle for the ball, brother. Just go get it. You're quick enough. You're fast enough. Don't leave any room for error. Don't leave anything on the table. That's your food. Go get your food. Okay.
True, makes
So
your stats look better too. Just get one extra rebound, pad those stats.
get you a rebound. But hey, yeah, hey, you just gotta stay locked in. Be into the game. Be here with us. Be into the game, and have a sense of urgency, like we've always seen you have. Kobe come out there. He's ready to play defense, smacking the ground. He's he's lifting guys up. So we just got to get back showing that energy. We need a lot of energy back. To once we play with a lot of energy and a lot of passion and having fun, we're a total different team. So we just got to get back to that, and everything will be fine.
Man, talking about that energy, this last ugly, I think this is where all the positive energy just left my soul from this just quick
So
possession.
so stop it right here. Stop. He's slow to get up. Okay, so they essentially have yeah, 3-on-2. We're jogging back on defense. Where it's a 6-point game. We're jogging back. Okay, yeah, that should be a block shot right there. Then they kind of got us off kilter. They got us kind of off balance, and they come back down. This is where the game just opened. This is where I feel like we just laid down. It's a 6-point game up until this point. Bam, come off. They get the layup. Knock Sonny on the ground. Then we throw the ball out of bounds, and they come back with a 3. This sucks all the air. This just sucks all the air out of the momentum. Out of any type of chance that we have going on to make a push forward to win this game. That's a momentum killer right there. Especially when you have those type of blunders in the game, just throw it out of bounds carelessly without any type of resistance. I mean, that's when when you're losing your focus, when everything's kind of getting ahead of you, and it just stacking mistakes on top of mistakes. And that's not what we want to do. We want to resettle in, lock in. But yeah, that was basically the turning point of the game for us. I felt like we still had a chance to win and make a push up until that point. So yeah, it was something we'll have to go back to the film and check out and try to correct that mistake.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode's Good, Bad, and Ugly. On the other side of this break, you guys can catch the Syracuse preview and TJ's 3 Keys presented by Wing Station. We'll catch you on the other side of this break.
When it comes to the wings in the city, there's only one stop that always delivers. This is always our go-to spot in the city. Pull up to Wing Station. If you rocking with Spill in the Ville, we had to put our name on something special.
Wing Station, flavor that speaks for itself. Grab the Spill in the Meal deal.
Crispy wings, bold flavors, fresh every single time.
Louisville returns to the KFC Yum Center on Tuesday, March 3rd for a 9 p.m. Eastern time matchup against Syracuse on ACC Network, 9 p.m. start time. Thank you for moving senior night to the weekend game, because this is why 9 o'clock against Tuesday. But Syracuse is 15-14 on the season, 6-10 overall in ACC. They've lost their last 3 games, and their last game was against Wake Forest, where they lost 88-83. Terrence, this is a game that you've had like circled on your calendar all year. You can tell that Syracuse used to be a big game for you guys, because it's like you haven't been able to wait for this Syracuse game all year. Just when you guys were playing back then, just how much did that game really mean to you all?
Man, I actually, I like Syracuse, man. They were always fun to play. I like their zone because I used to always get buckets in a zone. But Jim Boeheim, I always thought he was cool, calm, and collect. I liked him as a coach. And he always had good things to say about me too. So I always had some type of respect for Syracuse. But that we had a lot of epic battles. That's another thing, like classic battles.
Oh,
Syracuse.
yeah.
I don't know if anybody remember. We'll take y'all back on a little history. Big East tournament, Madison Square Garden, when Syracuse went into those 6 overtimes against, I believe UConn. I believe it
I
was
think so.
UConn. Yeah, so Paul Harris, Devendorf, Rick Jackson, Onawaku. Uh, yeah, they had Flynn. Is it Flynn?
Oh,
Jared?
yeah, BJ Fl or not BJ Flynn. Shout out BJ Flynn.
Is
Johnny
it
Flynn.
Johnny Flynn?
Johnny
Johnny
Flynn.
Flynn. Very strong point guard. So
Scoop Jardine,
Scoop
dog.
Jardine. So they had a great squad. They had a great squad, and that was an epic game. I remember being in the hotel. George, shout out George. We was roomies. Nice hotel. We watching the game, and I fell asleep to them playing, and I woke up in the middle of the night. They were still playing. I'm telling you, it was almost 1 in the morning. They were still playing this game. So, uh, yeah, this classic. Then we went on to win the Big East tournament championship after that game. So, I mean, eh, huge history, long-standing history. We got to close Freedom Hall against them. Uh, yeah, so now we have the current Syracuse. We have Carmelo Anthony's sons, Kai and Anthony. They're bringing a lot of attention. Got the next generation coming up. So a lot of history there. So this is going to be a huge game, and it will be definitely exceptional for us to close the season off with a win at home, 9 o'clock on a Tuesday. All that, man. Hey, it cap off our season on a dub, and going into March, with the win.
All right.
So
What are your 3 keys presented by Wing Station? What are TJ's 3 keys for this game?
okay, TJ's 3 keys brought to you by Wing Station. Okay, key number 1. We want to draw the bigs out of the lane. Syracuse leads the ACC in blocks per game and is number 2 in the country. William Kyle leads the conference with 2.6, and he's also top 10 in rebounds. So he's a major key. 6'9", 230, senior. So he patrols the paint well. So we have to get him away from the paint for sure. So keep him away from the paint. Don't let him get established, and don't let him get inside positioning. Key number 2, Big Isaac. Isaac McNeely, you got to bring it, big fella. You have to bring it. I mean, our last 5 games, he's combined 7 for 22 from the 3-point. We lost 3 of those. He has to play to his full potential, especially if Mikel is out. So, Isaac, we bring you here to shoot the ball. Can't just hide out and kind of disappear within, the crowd. You got to bring yourself to the forefront. Let it go, man. Just shoot the ball. Whatever happens, happens. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. So, hey, I love your game. I love your shot. Just keep bringing it, man, for sure. Key number 3, we have to play physical on Donnie Freeman. Anytime he has a great game offensively, Syracuse stays in it. So he's coming off 28 points against Wake, off that Wake Forest loss. So he was 9 for 13. So we have to lock in on him. So those are TJ's 3 keys brought to you by Wing Station.
Yeah, this is, I mean, I guess every game at this point of the season is must win no matter what, but this feels like a must win type of game, because just the way that these last 2 games have been played, it's like, all right, are we just going to roll over as soon as we hit March Madness? Or are we going to be able to build off of this? Because I know a lot of the people have been talking about the 2014 team that Lowell had, was it 2014 or 2012? I think it was 2012, where just people thought they were completely out of it, and they make a Final Four run. So it's like they could have tapped out and just went ahead and left, but
Mhm.
they circled around each other and made sure that they wanted to go down in history on the right side of it.
Yeah, we just need an opportunity, proper seeding. We go into our conference tournament play and just be a new team, just a new look, new energy. And I feel like we can definitely turn it around. You know, the teams that we're going to play in the tournament, they haven't seen us before. They don't know us that well. So we'll be able to, catch a couple teams off guard until we start playing those teams that are familiar with us, as we start getting deeper into the tournament. But this conference tournament coming up, you played all these teams. So you got to bring your A game. You got to realize none of these teams are going to lay down. I don't care who it is. Hey, whoever it is that you're playing, all the teams in our conference are great, and they're ready to bring it, especially against us. When it comes to us, teams just play way better. Okay, I don't know what it is about us, so we need to correct that and just find a way to just change the whole season around and give ourselves a new identity moving forward.
All right, that's everything we've got planned for today's show. Thank you to Unrivaled, Best Way, Wing Station, and Derek A. Stewart Realtor. Head into Best Way, get your $100 off your new item. All the locations run in the ad in the middle of the show. You can still get that free $26 wash at Unrivaled. The link is in the description of our Spotify and YouTube. And then head into obviously head into Derek A. Stewart and get a house, because that's what Terrence did. He was so happy. Had a win a few weeks ago. We went and bought a house. He was so
Yeah,
happy. But
man, Hey, shout out Derek, man. He took good care of me, man. Make sure y'all hit him up, man, and go check our commercial out, man. It's
for
going
sure.
crazy. It's going up, going viral.
It's a good one. It's a good one. And then
Yes, sir.
obviously, thank you to Wing Station, best wings in the nation. I think I might head over there later today and get me some, just to, going through a little bit of withdrawals. Might have to get over there and get me some.
Yeah, it's looking about that time, man, to go get us a spilling the meal deal. You know what I'm saying? Spilling the meal deal. Go get you one
How
today.
how much does that cost?
11.49.
Okay, okay.
11.49.
Thank you. I think I'll
Something
have.
like
I'm gonna bring 11.50 with me just in case.
Something like, man, just a little 11.50, nothing too crazy. With the economy and everything, you saving a lot of money. You get a lot of bang for your buck.
That's a
Okay.
fact. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
for
You're getting a
sure.
lot of food for that money.
Yeah, for sure.
But all
Yes,
right,
sir.
we'll see you guys at Shoot 360 Louisville next time.
Yes, sir. See ya.